rolling. He looks good. Look at it. We got get a shot at the boots. Look at those boots, man.
Those boots are big, man.
Dear God.
They're a little old, but you know.
Did you get those at the World Cup or something?
No, I actually bought them online for like $30, you know, and they're Doc Martens and those things, you can't get those for under like $80, but obviously they didn't sell a lot. Ask him some questions.
So, how did you get involved with this film?
Well, when Ross approached me about the project, I was working on some other projects at the time, and I had to check my schedule and find out if I could possibly work on this. I was going to do an accent during the whole thing to impress everybody. But no, I found out about it because, well, I knew Ross was working on it, and I wasn't involved in it at all. He didn't ask me. He's made me do numerous short things and other features over the years, and then he does this bigger project, and all of a sudden I'm nobody. Until 2 days before, somebody dropped out for whatever reason, and he asked me if I could come in and do it, and I was free, so I said sure.
So,
You had a cameo. You were scheduled for.
I was going to do a cameo because apparently I'm famous enough to have a cameo, because a cameo is a short scene done by a well-known or recognizable person. Apparently I was cameo quality, but not good enough to have an actual role in the thing, other than as a replacement.
so how'd you like working with the actors?
With
crew?
the actors.
The whole experience.
The actors and the crew were fantastic. Nate was great. He was the first person I worked with when I showed up day one. And I don't do a lot of film stuff. I do a lot of live stage theater, and it's very different. And Nate was very good about, you know, telling me, dude, you don't have to be so fucking loud. I'm 2 feet away from you. I'm like, oh, that's right. I don't have to project to the back row of a 150 seat theater. He's 2 feet away and the camera's right there and can pick it up. So yeah, Nate was great to work with.
Just Nate, huh?
Just Nate and what was there was the gal. Who was the gal who was in it?
Gwen?
Gwen, yeah, Coco was great. Jamie, the makeup lady, she was great. Lindsay was fantastic to work with. Who are the other
Craig.
women that were in there?
Jenny.
Jenny Morgan,
Yes.
and then, you know, onto the guys.
Stacy. Don't forget Stacy.
Stacy, who I've worked with before. I didn't have any scenes with her.
Oh,
She
I know
was
who you're
great.
thinking of, Natasha.
Natasha, that's right. Yeah, she did some fine work. And then there's that Asian lady from Chicago who's in this, who's really good. And then there's somebody I'm forgetting.
I think
What was
that's all.
there was some
That's
like
all.
bleached blonde, like plastic tits trophy actress in this who I can't remember her name, but well, I don't know. She didn't mention me in
Was
her
that
interview,
Edie?
so maybe I don't remember. No, Edie was fantastic to work with. Edie's very,
That's right, you gotta say that because I'm here.
because she's standing right there. But no, Edie's great to work with. She's very talented. She's, you know, very, very funny. People won't see that in the movie. She's got a great sense of humor. She laughs at my jokes, so she already gets credit for that. But she's also a very kind person. She's the one, nobody knows, she's the one who actually dressed my wound when I injured myself on the last day of shooting, when I ripped open my fresh
Yes, you got wounded.
scars when I got wounded. So yeah, when I make the phone call and I look like I'm all in pain from being shot, I'm actually
Even though
really
she almost broke
in
an arm.
pain. Yes,
Yes.
and she almost broke an arm that day. So,
Right.
but no, she bandaged up my knee. So Edie was very kind in that regard.
You worked with.
Makes up for so many of her other shortcomings, like her drinking and the Satan worship and, you know, the other unfortunate things about her.
Sure, that's not people gonna believe you.
No, she's great though, very caring, and you work with her. She's fantastic.
You worked with Wayne
She's
Klingman.
right
You
here.
played the doctor.
Oh, right.
Dr. Wayne Klingman, yeah, Dr. Dan, that's his name, yeah. Wayne Klingman, we have some professional connections from my other work and his other work, so I feel like I kind of knew Wayne already, and Wayne was great. He's that dude's the X factor. I didn't know what was going to come out of his fucking mouth at any given moment. It might be part of the script, it might not be, but it would always be entertaining. So, yeah,
Jim
Wayne was
Gallagher.
fantastic. Jim Gallagher, I've worked with for years. Jim's like family to me. He's directed me. We've been on stage together, so I knew what I was going to get out of Jim, and it's always good. He's just that guy's so fucking East Coast silky smooth, you know. Yeah, so I loved working with Jim as well.
Dan Catula. Oh, sorry.
Dan Catula, again, another guy I've worked with quite a few times, and you know, I kind of know Dan is always solid. He's one of the best stage actors, I think, in town. He's got, you know, a really unique look to him, and he always gets kind of cast in these big thug parts like he plays in this movie, but you know, he's a real sensitive and insightful actor, and if you get to see him do other stuff, he's really, really pretty good when you let him talk.
Elvis.
Oh, Elvis is my boy. He was the first other performer on the film that I met, because when we were traveling out to Madison, I was in the back of the van going out there with him, and you know, found out that he was in the fortunate position of being one of the few people who actually got to kill Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood is an asshole and has killed so many people. It's about time that somebody killed him, and Elvis took care of that for us. And yeah, I actually wanted to see Elvis get a few more lines in the movie, because I thought he's got a real nice understated quality to him.
So, and lastly, is it true that you only read your lines and not the rest of the script? Because sometimes you tell me that, well, what's the story?
Well, the first day, in my defense, again, I was cast the day before we were going to shoot. So no, I quickly, I brought the script up online and did a find Jimmy. And so just scrolled through the script to my lines, and I kind of went, okay. And then when I came in that first day and had just printed out the lines for Jimmy's part, and I had no fucking idea what I was talking about when we did that scene, in case that wasn't obvious to everybody there. But then I did, after that first day, I went, wow, there's a lot of people working on this, and they've obviously put a lot of time into it. I think I owe it to them to read the rest of the script. But usually, no, I usually do read the entire script and learn everybody's lines, not just my own. This time I decided to flip that and just learn everybody else's lines and not my own, and just kind of improv the rest of it.
Any closing thoughts about the production of the film? You've been on many, many films with me before, so.
Well, it's always a joy working with Ross. I have to say that because he's standing right here. But no, it's a nice switch. Working on film is a nice switch from working in live theater, because in live theater, most directors are either actors or former actors, either sometimes failed actors who just don't look good on stage, so they end up taking, and I'm not saying that about anybody in particular, but you get a lot of directors who have real definite acting ideas. And Ross, as far as I know, hasn't done a lot of acting. I haven't seen him do anything, or he certainly doesn't profess to. So he kind of really trusts the actors to take his words and bring them to life. He's going to give you, you know, an idea. If you're way off, he's going to pull you back and tell you, no, try this, or give you some background into it that maybe you didn't read because you didn't finish the script. He'll tell you that, but he kind of lets you run with it and create the character based on his words. So that's always a treat. That sounded really sensitive, didn't it?
Okay,
Yeah.
so
He's
that's
getting
good.
choked up, so I have to stop.
So, thanks for coming down to the interview, and I'm going to turn you into an action star with the gun scene.
You know, I didn't realize you guys were even filming here today. I'm usually down at the Landmark Lanes at noon on a Saturday anyway, so it's just fortunate that there was something going on here that I could contribute to other than my bar tab, yeah.
At about this time.
Yeah.
All right.
To the bar!